before we do our elbow buddies. You know, the next step is elbow buddies, but let's read it as a class. The mirror. In the story, The Mirror, Martha learns that too much of anything is bad. To begin with, Martha was stuck on herself. She looked at the mirror all day. After that, she became obsessed. Martha even looked at herself during the night. Finally, George taped a silly picture to the mirror. Martha was thankful, and she stopped looking at herself all the time. Be careful not to spend all of your life on one thing, or just be careful not to spend all of your time on one thing. This could be life or time. Either one's very good. Now let's stop, take a break, and we're going to go sit with our elbow buddies. Remember, the rules are stop, drop, and read. So we're going to sit on the floor, crisscross applesauce. We're going to take our template and we're going to read it in order to our elbow buddy, and then we're going to come back to our desks. The next step that we're going to do is we're going to take our template and our writing paper, and we are going to write our response to lit piece. The most important thing about this is to write it so carefully from the beginning that we only have to do it one time. We're going to put our paper very carefully like this. We're going to put our template underneath, and the only thing that will be showing is our topic sentence. Quickly, we're going to run through our writing alert just to remind ourselves. We're going to indent, we're going to use a strong capital, we're going to write, we're going to punctuate, and we're going to eliminate. Make sure to do all of those things in the correct order and be very, very careful. That way you'll only have to do your assignment one time. All right, so let's start at the top. We've got our topic sentence, we have our paper lined up, and I'm going to stick my 2 fingers in. Remember, one hand will be holding my paper, and I'm going to start writing very carefully my topic sentence. I'm going to write in the story, and I'm going to again write my title. And remember, when I write my title, it's very important that I put it inside quotation marks. And I have just enough room to write the word learns on the edge of my paper, and then I'm out of space. So in the story, The Mirror, Martha learns that too much of anything is bad. And I went way out to the edge, and I wrote as neatly as I could. Remember, top line to baseline. And I'm running out of room, so I have to be very careful to make my letters really neat and really careful. And then I'm going to put my comma, and I'm going to go all the way over to the edge. I'm going to try to keep it as lined up as I can, and I'm going to make sure that this hand is holding my paper so it doesn't run away. All right, now let's look. I've got one of the sentences done here, and so I'm going to read it very carefully. To begin with, comma, Martha was stuck on herself, and then I'm going to punctuate, and I'm going to eliminate, and I still have another sentence. She looked at the mirror all day. So I'm going to write a strong capital and continue on, and I have more space. Perfect, and then I'm going to punctuate, and then I'm going to go up and make sure that it makes sense. She looked at the mirror all day. Then I'm going to eliminate, and I'm going to move my top template up and my writing paper down. And now we're moving to the middle of the story. Keep it straight and keep one hand holding my paper. After that, she became obsessed. Do you remember what obsessed means? It's that big word that means you always do something over and over and over, and that's all you can think about. So we're going to write that down right here. After that, and we're going to put a comma after our transition words. She became, and then I'm going to move to the next line, and she became obsessed, and I'm going to go all the way to the edge and write as neatly as I can. I'm going to put a punctuation mark, and I'm going to eliminate. Martha even looked at herself at night. I have one more sentence here, so I'm going to continue on. And I have just enough room for the little word at. So Martha even looked at herself at. Oh, actually, up here I have during. I'm going to cross this out, and I'm going to write during because I like during better. And of course, you can erase yours. And then I'm making sure that I'm writing my letters top down. And I'm punctuating. I'm going to read it again. Martha even looked at herself during the night. And I'm going to go back up. Martha even looked at herself during the night. And I'm going to eliminate. Perfect. And I'm going to move to the end of the story. Finally, George taped a silly picture to the mirror. And I'm going to continue on again. There's still more room on my lines. And I've run out of space, so I'm going to come back over here and write my letters as neatly as I can. If you notice, I'm writing very slowly and very carefully. That way I eliminate mistakes and I can make sure that it's very accurate. Finally, George taped a silly picture to the mirror. I'm writing my best, neatest handwriting. Martha was thankful and she stopped looking at herself all the time. So I'm going to continue writing.